Welcome to Delaware Live Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell, and today it's not only high school softball, it's championship softball. This afternoon, we bring you the Henlopen Conference Championship game live from Smyrna High School as Southern Division champion Laurel Bulldogs take on the Northern Division champs Smyrna Eagles. Let me bring on my broadcast partner for today's game, Glenn Frazier. And Glenn, these two teams account for 4 of the state titles in the last 9 years. Today's rematch is from April 23rd when Laurel defeated Smyrna 9-5 right here on this field. Rematches are usually tough. On the team that won the first meeting, but this spring has been one crazy season, and I'm not ready to say advantage either team today, Glenn. I think this game's up for grabs with no clear favorite.
Two very good pitchers, Benny and Peyton Dixon for the Eagles and Kylie Hill for the Laurel Bulldogs. Now, the last meeting in April, Peyton Dixon did not start that game. Carly Maxton did. Laurel jumped out with 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and then they end up winning that game 9-5. Dixon will get the start today. Maxton has pitched the last 2 complete games for Smyrna in wins over Caravel, in which they banged out 14 hits in a 12-6 win. And they also had 15 hits in that win over St. George's Votech. Maxton got the win in both games. Dixon has not pitched since 3 games ago, so she should be fresh today. And it should be a very good matchup with these 2 pitchers. I don't look for the 2 to score as many runs as they did that first game.
Yeah, so far this season here with Smyrna, we talked about this in other broadcasts, Glenn. Smyrna really struggled getting the bats going early in the season. In fact, their first 15 games, they only averaged 4.25 runs a game, but in their last 2, they've averaged 11.5 runs per game. So maybe the bats are coming to life at the right time.
I like to say when the weather gets warmer, the bats heat up, and it's finally getting warmer. So, yeah, that could happen. Of course, you mentioned it as well. Until they're beaten, Smyrna Eagles are the team to beat. They are the 2-time reigning defending state champs since there was no champ last year, winning in 2019 and 2018. And then, of course, Coach Green guided Laurel to back-to-back titles in 2013 and 2014. Should be a good one here today. Both teams ranked in the top 10 all year long. Right now, Laurel ranked 4th and Smyrna ranked 8th, but Smyrna beat number 3 Caravel a couple of days ago. When the new rankings come out, they are likely to move up.
Right, and we talk about the Laurel Bulldogs. They've averaged 8.5 runs a game, Glenn, all year long. They've only been shut out one time, but, hey, that was against Madge Layfield from Sussex Central, and she's done that to a lot of people.
All right, we're ready to go. Peyton Dixon facing Corey Smith. Corey is the center fielder, and she takes a ball, pitch number 1, and we are underway in the Henlopen Conference title game. By the way, Benny, Corey Smith has 26 career stolen bases. That set the all-time Laurel school record. Slaps one, third base, 1 hop. Throw down to first. That's a close play, and she is safe.
So Laurel right away gets a runner on base to start this game. You know, a lot of people, Glenn, might be wondering, wait a second. We're at the Henlopen Conference Championship. Where's the number 1 ranked Sussex Central Golden Knights? Well, they suffered a loss to Smyrna first game of the season and haven't lost since.
Right. And Smyrna hadn't lost a Northern Division game until Sussex Tech last week. However, that game did not count in the standings. They've played Tech twice this year. First pitch a called strike to Bailey Allman, an 8th grader.
Yeah, Laurel's one of the schools where their middle school and their high school are a combined unit, and therefore 8th graders are eligible to play in certain varsity sports.
On deck is Bailey's twin sister, Ashland. Bailey's the DP today. Swing and a miss. Stolen base attempt. Throw to second. Not in time. How about stolen base number 27 for Corey Smith? That's all time.
So nice job to get the runner over on the swing to cover, and she moves up to scoring position.
Peyton Dixon on the mound to go around the infield defensively. Haley McCutcheon at first. Gianna Duca at second. Carly Maxton at short. Megan Shirey, the coach's daughter, at third. Chopper fouled back. Count remains 0-2. In the outfield for Smyrna, left to right, Sheridan Price in left, Michaela Brantley in center, and Taylor Lipkins in right field. The catcher is Sydney Eyinger.
And for the first time for me this year, Glenn, no face mask on the players.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, she changed up, pulled down the first base side and foul. Count remains 0-2. Just underway here. Nice and warm, mostly sunny afternoon here at Smyrna High School. Temps in the 70s.
Got to break out the flip-flops today. My first coverage in flip-flops.
Ground ball right back to Dixon. She's got to go to first with it. The out is recorded, but again, moving up in the scoring position even closer now. Smith over to third. First out of the inning brings up Ashland Allman, first base today for the Bulldogs.
The second half of the Twins here coming up to the plate for the Bulldogs.
Offered bunt, pulled the bat back, takes a ball. Umpires in the game this afternoon behind the dish is Jim Mule. The base umpires are Artie Ulick and Leroy Black. Smyrna comes in with a record of 12-5. Laurel at 14-4. Offered, and that one called a strike. 1-1 count on Ashland Allman. On deck is the left fielder, Mackenzie Whaley. So tomorrow and there's the bunt. It's a good one. They go home with it. The tag is in time. Wow. What a play.
She got rid of that ball. She did glove it, but she got rid of it quick.
That goes down as a fielder's choice as Allman takes first base, second out of the inning. Close play at the dish.
Yeah, so Laurel not able to capitalize. Great job. Gets the leadoff runner on, gets her over to third base with just one out. But the quick play by Dixon and gets the out at the plate. Now we have 2 outs and brings up the cleanup batter.
Yep. Mackenzie Whaley, the left fielder.
And give credit to the catcher there, Eidinger, getting that tag down. It was a high throw, and she was able to get the ball down and make the tag.
First pitch a little low and outside for a ball to Whaley. So I say Dixon's pretty fresh. The last 2.5 games she's had off. Missed on the outside part of the plate. 2-0 count to Whaley. On deck is the pitcher, Kylie Hill. Last time these two met, not only did Laurel win 9-5, and the two pitchers had pretty good ball games, but how about this, Benny? Kylie Hill had 4 RBIs in that game, and Peyton Dixon had 3.
It's called take care of business for yourself, right?
Exactly. That's what you call helping out your own cause.
That's right.
Last pitch, a called strike. 2-1 count on Whaley. Swing and fouled back. Evens the count at 2-2. Kylie Hill, the freshman, having a fantastic year.
Yeah, this Laurel team is young.
They are young. Well, you got the Allman twins are 8th graders, so they've got 4 more seasons after this. Hill's only a freshman. The catcher's a junior. Pitch a little low and outside, runs the count full on Whaley. And if you look around the rest of the fielder, the shortstop's a sophomore. Got a couple of seniors in the lineup. There's a ground ball right side past the diving second baseman Duca for a base hit into center field. Moves Allman up Ashland to second, brings up the pitcher Kylie Hill. 2 hits in the inning, but so far no runs.
Well, Hill's got a runner in scoring position. Like you said, 4 RBIs in the last game. Here's her chance to maybe get one in a gap somewhere and drive one in.
Yeah, she had hits in the first and second innings in that ball game. Takes one down the middle at the knees.
Yeah, it looks like the first 3-4 batters, Dixon was trying to find exactly where this umpire wants that low outside corner pitch, and she found it on the first pitch there to Hill.
Yeah, good job feeling the umpire zone. There's a swing and a miss on something high. So Dixon has Hill in the hole at 0-2. Was notified by athletic director here, Bill Schultz, yesterday that 38 programs will be in the state tournament. There's a called third strike, and Dixon gets out of the inning in the top half of the first. 2 hits, no runs, and 2 runners left on base. No errors for Smyrna. So the Eagles will come up to bat next. But, yeah, 38 is an open tournament this year.
Right.
38 in softball, and I believe something like 44 in baseball.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the seedings when they come out, especially baseball. Sussex Central, they were looking to be maybe a top 8 seed, and they take a loss to Delmarva Christian yesterday afternoon, and coming off that big win against Indian River. So there could be a team there that's in that, top 12, 8 to 12, 9 to 12 is going to be a dangerous team because softball is going to be all about the pitching. Baseball is going to be a little different. It's going to be about offense with 44 teams in. You're going to be playing 2-3 games a week, and I don't know who has 4 pitchers. I know Cape has a decent pitching staff.
Right.
They got guys that can give them innings. Central has a pretty decent pitching staff, but Central, they put over 150 runs on the board this year. Softball, a little different animal. It's all about the pitching in high school softball.
And I think 2 of the consistently best all season long have been the freshman sensation from Central,
yes,
Madge Layfield, who earlier this week recorded her 200th strikeout in just 98 innings as a freshman. And the other is a senior, Grayson Frost from up at DMA. Those 2 have been the most consistent all year.
Madge Layfield, she comes from a good bloodline. Her mother, Sarah Hudson, a former athlete at Sussex Central. Her father, actually, played Little League for me. Derek Layfield, he's an assistant football coach, longtime assistant football coach at Sussex Central. And, she's put a lot of hard work in over the years. And as a freshman, getting 200 strikeouts. So congratulations to her. What an achievement.
Well, those 2 teams are ranked 1 and 2 in their poll this week and will likely stay there. DMA has First State Military Academy today, and Sussex Central's regular season has been completed. So I would assume both those 2 are going to remain at 1-2.
Right.
And they might end up 1-2 in the seedings, but we'll have to see Sunday when the pairings and the seedings are announced by the selection committee. All right, Benny, here we go. Bottom half of the first. Gianna Duca, the second baseman, to lead off for the Eagles against Kylie Hill. Duca, a slap hitter. Swing and a miss on an outside pitch. And a strike on her. Duca comes in batting .439 on the season. Leads the team with 17 runs scored and 5 stolen bases. Hill back in the circle. And misses outside. Evens the count at 1-1. So defensively for Laurel, of course, Hill on the mound in the circle. Olivia Rogers, a junior's behind the plate. We'll set the rest of the defense in a second. 1-1 pitch is low in the dirt. At first base, Ashland Allman, Peyton Gibbons at second, Carly Venables at short, Kagan Brittingham is at third. Left field, Mackenzie Whaley, Corey Smith in center, and Niblett over in right field for the Bulldogs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Changed up, a little bit high, misses for ball 3. Duca has an excellent eye, as most leadoff hitters do have. She swings
Big
through
swing,
that one.
yeah.
Full count.
So we'll see Smyrna can get keep the bats hot. Like I said, not a lot of run production early in the season throughout most of the season.
Checked her swing, Benny, and walks.
So just like Laurel, the Eagles get their first runner on, leadoff batter on. And
yep, brings up Michaela Brantley. Brantley, the right fielder. Brantley, .255 batting average, 13 hits on the season. And Duca definitely a threat to run. She takes off. Now, she stopped and pulled back, and a called strike on Brantley.
A little low in the zone, but I don't know if that was the call on a strike or she just didn't pull back in time. But in either event, it's a strike. It's a 0-1 count.
See if Duca goes on this one. Bunt, and it's foul. She'll have to come back. Brantley in the hole at 0-2. Peyton Dixon, the pitcher's on deck.
Changes things up a little bit now. If she gets going, she has to put this ball in play. You just can't bunt here.
No. Probably look for some kind of slap action from the lefty. Kylie Hill set back in the circle. And it is an outside pitch and a slap foul. Smart pitch.
Yeah, that last bunt, Duca was almost to second base when they fielded it just off the line. So she has some speed. Anything that gets, she's going to be on the go. So anything that get through the infield, she could advance to third base.
This is the Henlopen Conference Championship. Smyrna, 4-time Henlopen North titleist. Fouls that one off. Third baseman can't quite get there.
Well, that may have come off the handle.
Yeah, Brittingham gave that a good ride. Couldn't get over there. Count remains 0-2 on Brantley. Duke at first. This is the bottom of the first inning. If you're just joining us, Laurel failed to score in their half of the first. They got a couple of hits and stranded a couple of runners. Oh, changed up and got her. What a smart, intelligent call there by the head coach, Green. First out of the inning. Brings up the pitcher for Smyrna, Peyton Dixon. With one out and Duke is still over at first.
That pitch is almost unfair, Glenn.
I know. Peyton Dixon, pretty good hitter. She has a .409 average, and she takes a change up outside for a ball. Boy, if you could guess right, that would have been the pitch for Duca to take off on.
That's right, yeah.
If you could guess right. That one's down around the knees, a little outside, ball 2.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, Glenn, if they, if she's going to start throwing a little more changeup to see if they do take off, and maybe a little hit and run action there, and you can pull back on the changeup and get that runner over with pretty much a free pass on the changeup.
Hitter's pitch here at 2-0. Changeup again, got that across for a strike. 2-1 count to Dixon. Eyinger, the catcher, is on deck. And Hill is giving Dixon a steady diet of off speed. That one's high. So the count runs 3-1 on Dixon.
Yeah, outfield's showing some respect here. They're playing pretty deep.
Yeah, Smyrna only has 3 home runs all season. 1 each by 3 different players. Another changeup, and now a called strike on the inside part of the plate, so the count's full. 3 home runs hit for Smyrna, and Peyton Dixon has 1 of them. The others by Sheridan Price and Taylor Lipkins. Here's the payoff pitch. Changeup. And I think she foul-tipped that one right into the catcher. Yep. Rogers holds on. Second strikeout of the inning for Kylie Hill. Brings up Eyinger, the catcher. Now Duca still at first with 2 outs.
I think she got, 4 off-speed pitches in that at-bat. So
something to put in the memory bank.
That's right. Yeah, somebody might want to start charting pitches and then try to, like you said, try to guess right.
First pitch is low for a ball. Off-speed pitch. It is blooped out into left and just foul over the third baseman's head, past the cutout. Ball and a strike. And catcher Eyinger that time, Benny just trying to fight off that changeup.
Right. I think as this game goes on, and we see this steady diet of off-speed pitches, you may see Coach Shirey take some chances on the bases.
Yeah. That one fouled and down the first base side. A ball and 2 strikes to Eyinger. Shirey is on deck. Hill in the circle. Here's her delivery. Another changeup, a swing and a miss. Wow, she used the changeup to perfection that inning and struck out the side after an opening walk.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah. 1 inning in the books. 0-0. Smyrna and Laurel in the Henlopen Conference title game. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Sothel Concepts. Sothel Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Sothel Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School, folks. Arena's Deli, 7 locations throughout the state. Downtown Rehoboth Beach, Arena's Cafe on Highway 1, Rehoboth, in Lewis at the Village of 5 Points, at the airport in Georgetown, Long Neck, Milford, and their Newark location on Main Street, Glen. 1 inning done, zip. And it looks like Hill's got the change-up working.
Oh, boy. She used it to perfection and really kept the Smyrna batters off kilter there in that first inning for sure, off balance. Kagan Brittingham, the third baseman, will lead it off in the second against Peyton Dixon, and she takes one right down the middle. 0-1 count. Peyton Gibbons is on deck, and then Olivia Rogers for Laurel here in the second. And there's a fly ball. Second baseman Duca camped under it, and she records the first out of the inning. That brings up Peyton Gibbons, the second baseman. Yeah, like I told you, 9-5 when they met back on April 23rd. I expect a lower scoring game today.
Right. And, we're later in the season, and April 23rd, you're talking some cold weather, and, pitcher's a little stiff. Now it's, 70s today, and there's no wind, and it's nice out here.
Yeah, no breeze at all. Swing and a miss through the first pitch, a strike on Gibbons. Dixon throwing that fastball right down the middle. A little movement on that ball. Called strike 0-2 on Gibbons. Took a little something off that one, and Gibbons was way out in front, fouled it back. Count remains 0-2. Glad you're joining us here today.
This will be our last YouTube event of the season, Glenn. The next time our voices are on is going to be on the NFHS Network as we start covering some of the state tournament events.
And, well, boy, we're set up to do quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've been asked to do the state track and field meet, the golf event.
Right.
Of course, baseball and softball given, lacrosse. And there's a swing and a miss and the second strikeout of the game for Peyton Dixon. Out number 2 here in the second brings up the catcher, Olivia Rogers.
And we'll get through this spring season and then a little summer break, maybe hit some Little League, and then, Glenn, it's football season again.
And hopefully by next fall, everything is back to normal.
Yeah. I feel a little more normal here today.
Yeah. First pitch a little high to Rogers for a ball. Well, the CDC came out with information this week that if you're fully vaccinated now, you don't have to wear a mask. Foul back there for another strike. If you're outside and in certain inside situations, they just want people to use common sense.
Right.
If you're somewhere and people are right on top of each other, then, yeah, mask yourself.
Right.
So we're getting there, Benny.
We are getting there. I'm going to depend on I'm going to focus on that this vaccine that I went and got works.
Well, yeah, I've been fully vaccinated.
Right.
Another foul off by Rogers, so 1-2 count on her. Dixon trying to record a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. In case Rogers gets on, the shortstop, Carly Venables, on deck. And there's a called third strike.
Inside, yeah.
1-2-3 inning for Peyton Dixon. 2 strikeouts in the inning. And that'll take us to Smyrna's half of the inning. And in second, it'll be Shirey, Johnson, and Price for the Eagles in a scoreless game.
Let's talk about Louis Pizza, home of the grinder. They're open now. 11 Rehoboth Avenue, just steps away from the beach and boardwalk. pizza, grinders, you name it, they got it. Salads. Great restaurant right up near the boardwalk in Rehoboth Beach. And Glenn, back to this softball tournament. It's going to be a doozy. Obviously, your favorites going in are Sussex Central and DMA, but here's two teams you got to watch out for. And don't sleep on the Wildcats and Delmar. I mean, they have pulled off some games this year because if they can get you into a high-scoring game, they're a problem.
A team that 8-7 on the year spent some time in our top 10, but they just kind of been inconsistent, a little bit up and down. But dangerous team. Yeah, but things have been so screwy. Sussex Central, like I said, the most consistent team.
Yes.
16 straight after the opening season loss to Smyrna. DMA's 14-2. Now DMA has lost, I believe, to Central,
Laurel,
and the other losses to Laurel.
Right.
Laurel has split this year with Caravel, 1-1 against the Buccaneers. Caravel also lost to Smyrna. And Smyrna has lost to DMA and to Caravel. So, I mean, they split. Anybody can beat anybody, really. Sussex Central right now, I think, is the most consistent, like I said, and then DMA right behind them. But then just throw everybody else in the hat. And
you got to watch out for a Sussex Tech team, and they lost to Laurel, but yet they beat Smyrna. Yeah.
Smyrna barely beat Cesar Rodney 1-0. And don't forget the Riders.
Right.
Ground ball. Right side, right to the second baseman, over to first. One pitch, one out, and that goes Gibbons to Allman.
Last time I did a Smyrna softball game was the state championship in 2019. Glenn, 1-0. Kind of the way we're going now. They beat Caravel down in Roxana.
As we said, they're the two-time defending state champs.
Yeah, you talk about the last 9 years. And each team having 2 titles, and they're also bookends. Laurel getting the 2013, 2014, and on the back end, Smyrna getting the 18 and 19.
Yeah, you're right. Designated player Johnson up to bat now for Smyrna, takes a ball. Sheridan Price, the left fielder's on deck. Offers a bunt, pulls the bat back, ball out of the zone. 2-0 count. This is Kirsten Johnson. .433 average on the season. Just a sophomore. Smyrna has some talent returning next year too,
right.
Benny.
Yes, they do. Well, Dixon's been here like forever, hasn't
she? Yeah,
this
will be her senior year. Change up.
Low.
Yeah, just missing. So a 3-0 count to the lead or the one-out batter here, Kirsten Johnson. Let's see what Hill offers here. A little high in the zone and a 4-pitch walk. Second walk of the game issued by Kylie Hill. And those have been the only base runners. Left fielder Sheridan Price. Price batting just under 300 on the season, has one of Smyrna's 3 home runs. Offers a bunt.
Throw back down in the right field.
Throw got away in the right field, but no advancement by the runner. Catcher Rogers trying to throw behind the runner. Oh, 1 count to Price. Hill's pitch, swung on, popped up. Shortstop calls, and Venables makes the catch. Out number 2 brings up the first baseman, McCutcheon.
I don't know if it's just something they do every game, Glenn, but Smyrna's got a pitcher warming up behind the dugout.
Well, that's probably Maxton. That's their other go-to. Can't see the number yet. First pitch to the left-hander, McCutcheon. A little high in the zone for a ball.
Umpire behind the plate. He's been pretty steady. Maybe one pitch up, but mostly he likes it down a little bit.
Yeah.
The pitchers are starting to make the adjustments.
McCutcheon here's a freshman. Change up. Got it over for a strike. Boy, Hill is just lethal with that pitch.
She is. I said I'm waiting. There's 2 outs right now, but I'm waiting to see if Smyrna starts taking chances on trying to steal some bases.
Another changeup.
Because she's probably about 50-50 right now with changeups and change of speed.
1-2 count on McCutcheon. Just missed the outside part of the plate for a ball. Evens the count at 2-2. Lipkins, the right fielder, is on deck. And then it would be the top of the order. Two-two pitch, change up.
And dropped.
Fouled, I think. Just got a piece of it on the end of the bat. Let's see if the umpire holds up. 2 or 3. Looks like the catcher might have caught that too. Off a part of her equipment.
It's 2-2, 2 outs.
Yep, 2-2. It's the off-speed pitch, swings through it, and the timing is just off for the Smyrna batters. We've played 2 innings. It's 0-0 in the Henlopen Conference title game here from Smyrna. Back after this.
Home has never been more important. Today, our homes serve us in more ways than ever before. Our experienced Capstone Homes team can help you design and build a home for you and your family. We offer an amazing new home experience that earned us the Sussex County Custom Home Builder of the Year award. At Capstone Homes, you get a fully custom home with in-house drafting, design, customer care, and quality craftsmanship for an amazing value. Create your new home that will serve you better. Create a Capstone Home.
At Ferris Home Improvements, your family's comfort and safety is always our top priority.
If you call us for your roofing, windows and doors, siding, decks, kitchen, and bathroom needs, you can expect health-screened craftsmen who wear gloves and face masks and follow minimum 6-foot distancing, virtual conferences to discuss project details, job quotes delivered electronically or brought to your door for your review and approval, and our showrooms in Newark and Rehoboth Beach remain open for limited appointments.
We're here together.
Operating with precautions.
To protect our staff.
And our customers.
At Ferris Home Improvements.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School, 0-0 after 2. Barkley Heating and Air right here in Smyrna, folks, one of our sponsors here at 302 Sports, Delaware Live Sports. And also Scott Smith of Edward Jones Financial Advisor, making sense of investment. Here we go. 3rd inning, Glenn, about to get underway.
Yep, Carly Venables, the shortstop up for Laurel. Peyton Dixon has 3 strikeouts, and Kylie Hill, her counterpart, has 4. As that pitch is fouled off for a strike. On deck, Corey Smith, who has one of the 2 hits in the ball game. Smyrna has managed just 2 base runners, both on walks. Swings through that pitch, 0-2 count. So you got 2 different styles of pitcher here. You got Peyton Dixon, predominantly a power pitcher,
right,
and Kylie Hill, who really keeps the batters off balance with a lot of change-ups.
Dixon's success, you can tell, comes from moving the ball around.
Mm-hmm.
She went outside, inside, went back outside again there, so she keeps it up and down. She moves the ball around. Hill, depending more on that change-up, keeping the batter, and she is keeping them off balance. She's had so many girls up on her front foot here in this game today.
And the key is she's throwing that change for a strike.
Yes, she is.
Another foul back count holds it 0-2.
Like I said, she's about, I don't know, we're not tracking, but she's about 50-50 on the off speed. And I'm just waiting to see if Smyrna, if they get a runner on, if they challenge her,
right,
and try to steal a base and try to.
Well, we'll see, because they've got their speed coming up next inning with Lipkins and Duca. If they can get on base. Swing and a foul again.
Yeah, everybody's getting the change up now. After they had the runner on second, or the first runner on,
I think 3 of those 4 strikeouts have come on a swing on a miss on a change.
A couple foul tips through the glove. And wow.
And got her looking. There's the 4th strikeout of the game for Dixon. Brings up top of the order and Corey Smith, who got a 1-bounce slap hit down third baseline for a single to lead off the game. And the third baseman, Shirey, playing way up on her. But even on a one hop, she was just too fast. She beat it out. Swings through that one. And she stole a base. Smith did back in the first inning to extend her career stolen base record at Laurel to 27. I think the previous record, Benny, was 20.
Mm-hmm.
Dixon misses the outside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1.
Let's see if Dixon tries to come back inside this time. That time she went outside and low.
And that is fouled off down the left field side. So a ball and 2 strikes on Smith. Bailey Allman on deck. She grounded out pitcher to first, her first time up. And that advanced Smith over to third with just 1 out. Couldn't get in. Close play at the plate. Almost went.
She goes to the changeup.
Yeah. And had she thrown that for a strike, that would have been a big catch.
Yeah, she had her off on the front foot.
Just went down in the dirt. Count is 2-2. Fouls that one off. Count holds at 2-2. Laurel head coach Jody Green coaching down at third base in her 12th season at Laurel.
Couple of state titles under her watch.
Done a very good job with this program. Now, they have not made the tournament since 2015, so they've been absent for a few years. They would have been back in this year even without the open tournament.
Right.
That slap goes foul.
And I noticed when football is going to go to open tournament and division, or what we're going to call it AAA next year, I want to see more and more how many more open tournaments we may have in our future. Some I like it, some I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Really, for me, it depends on the sport.
Chopper. That she's going to beat that out.
Yeah, she got that second hop.
She did a great job of getting that over the pitcher's head, and once that happened, it was a done deal. So Corey Smith with 2 infield singles. That's the third hit of the game for Laurel. She's a 1-out base runner for Bailey Allman. And obviously a threat to steal.
Maxon didn't have a chance when that ball went down the ground for the second time.
Oh, yeah.
Pick it up and eat it.
Okay, we're taking odds on steal on the first pitch. There she goes. Throw down. She beats it. Second stolen base of the game. The pitch was a ball.
So Laurel again, runners in scoring position for the second time in this game. And good speed on second base there, too.
Last time, Bailey Allman hit it right back to the pitcher, Dixon. Let's see what Smyrna wants to do here. It's a bunt. It's a good one. It will move the runner up. And she's safe at first. The throw got past the first baseman, and Corey Smith scores the first run of the ball game.
So the Dogs strike first here in the Henlopen Conference Championship. Looks like we may be getting a pinch runner here.
Yeah, just waiting to see. Now I think Coach Shirey of Smyrna is discussing things with the home plate umpire about what happened down the first. And then you're right, there's the change. So looks like the pinch runner is, I can't quite make out the whole number there. I think that might be 15. That would be, no, that can't be Whaley.
14, but
that must be Erica Johnson.
I have 2 14s on my roster, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I see that too.
So that could be 15, and we don't know who it is. I think it is 15. We don't have a 15.
First pitch is a strike to Ashland Allman, who hit into a fielder's choice last time up. And that was the play, went right back to the pitcher, Peyton Dixon, who got Smith out at home. Ground ball, right side. That's foul. So an 0-2 count.
And that's number 10, Glenn.
That would be Niblett, who
yeah.
She's playing defensively in the game, but they're hitting for her in the lineup. She's the right fielder. 0-2 count. 1-0 ball game here, top of the third. Change up, and it hit the batter, but I don't think the home plate umpire really saw that. Now we might get
the two base umpires came and they saw it.
Yeah, okay, so she goes back, and I think it hit her, Benny, in the box.
Right.
So the count remains 0-2. Twin sisters, the Allmans. This is Ashland. Pitch just missed outside, so the first ball, that's a ball and 2 strikes to Ashland. So Dixon finding herself in a little bit of a sticky situation here in the top of the third. Already 1 run in. That misses. 2-2 count.
That's back-to-back low and away, and she has come back inside tight a couple times. So let's see if she comes back in, about waist high. Outside again.
Outside and high, and the count runs full. 3-2. Whaley is on deck. 1 out here, top of the third. Runner at first is Niblett, who's running for Bailey Allman. Oh, foul tip, and the catcher got it. Held on, eyeing her. 4th strikeout of the game. Actually, the 5th strikeout of the game now for Peyton Dixon. 2nd out of the inning, and that brings up Whaley, who singled in the 1st inning. Laurel trying to extend the inning. Dixon trying to get out of this inning. First pitch fouled off by Whaley for a strike.
Laurel, a very aggressive team at the plate, Glenn. There's a lot of first pitch swinging.
And they're trying to get the timing down on Dixon's fastball. But again, it's not from Dixon. She doesn't throw it nearly as much as Hill. Trying to get out of the inning here.
Low and away again. That seems to be her go-to. Trying to get him to chase, but great discipline from the Bulldogs batters.
A ball and 2 strikes to Mackenzie Whaley, the left fielder for the Laurel Bulldogs. Swung on and hit to the right side, foul and out of play. Count holds a 1-2.
Then we have to thank our athletic director, Bill Schultz, here. Got us all set up, got us some electric, a table, found us a shade tree, pruned it for us before the game.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Pitch, ground ball, hot shot right to first, and that's picked up by Haley McCutcheon for the final out of the inning. So we're through 2.5. Finally, somebody has a run on the scoreboard as Laurel gets one there, and that's thanks to the speed of Corey Smith.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. She gets on, she steals the base, and then the throw down to first. There was a lot of things going on there at first base, but bottom line was it got through the first baseman's glove, and she rounds third and goes home to score the first run of the game. Let's talk about Active Pest Solutions, specializing in ants, termites, and wildlife management. Locally owned and operated since 2001, Active Pest Solutions, they're during football season, they're our sponsor of the Pest of the Game Award. Also here in Kent County, Green Blade Turf, and irrigation in Dover. That's Todd Berger, former Cape baseball alum.
Got a pretty good crowd out here today for this Henlopen Conference title game. Fans are scattered around the fence from dugout to dugout, and a fair amount behind home plate. As we'll have state tournament action starting next week.
I guess the meeting the other day, no determination on where the softball championship is going to be held. Most of the other baseball we know will be at Frawley.
Right. The golf's going to be at Mapledale Country Club here in Dover, close to here.
I think I saw where lacrosse might be at Dover High School as well.
I'm not sure. You're right. All the other spring sports, the sites have been decided except for this one.
Mm-hmm. But we do know it's supposed to be Labor Day weekend, or Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. Weather permitting, we can get these games in. And right now, looking ahead to weather next week, it doesn't look too bad. All right, this could be a big inning here for both teams because Smyrna has speed here with the bottom of the lineup in Lipkins, the right fielder, and then the top in Duca. But the key is, can they get on base?
Right.
Kylie Hill has been sharp through 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, just the 2 walks, the only 2 base runners. And here's Lipkins. First pitch offers bunt, pulls back, and it's down low for a ball.
Nice job by the catcher, Olivia Rogers, getting down, blocking that ball.
Lipkins second on the team in stolen bases this year with 4, second to Duca, who's on deck.
Checks with the third base ump for a swing, says no. It's 1-0.
Has those hands just a little bit apart on the bat. That's a called strike on the outside part of the plate and evens the count at 1-1. Kylie Hill back in the circle. Gets a changeup down low in the dirt. And that's a 2-1 count on Lipkins.
This inning, she's lost a little bit of command of that changeup here, Glenn. Earlier in the game, she had great command of it. That's 2 times, and both have been in the dirt. Let's see if she comes with it again.
There's the delivery. Fastball, fouled off. Count runs 2-2 to Lipkins. I'm going to imagine that both of these teams, Benny, will be high seeds.
Yeah, probably looking at both top 8 seed.
Thinking that, yeah. 2 very solid softball programs. 2-2 pitches in the dirt. The count runs full on Lipkins. Kylie Hill, it's a big pitch here. Will it be a change? It is. She pops it up and out of play.
That may have been one of the slowest of her changes that we've seen so far, I think. She took quite a bit off that one.
Love to have a speed gun out here.
Yeah.
2-2. There's the pitch, and that one up in the air, right side. First baseman calling off the second baseman. Ashland Allman makes the catch. Out number 1, now the top of the order in Duca. Duca walked back in the first inning and was stranded right there.
Sun's starting to go down behind us. Still good weather.
Oh, yeah. First pitch down low in the dirt.
I believe she drew a walk in the first inning.
She did, yep, on a full count. Hill's had quite a few 3-ball counts. She lost 2 batters, but retired the others. That one's down low for ball 2. Yeah, I think when you're talking about the state tournament, you're talking about these 2 teams from the Henlopen. You're talking obviously Sussex Central. There's a changeup, and Duca swings through it for 2-1. You're looking at, let's see, these 2, Sussex Central, Sussex Tech, Caesar Rodney. There's 5 solid programs. And then you throw in your wild card there with Delmar that you spoke about earlier. Swinging a fat pop-up. Left side and hits the branch on the tree and falls out of play. So Duca now has a count of 2-2 on her with Brantley on deck. And then upstate, Benny, you got to take a look, obviously, at DMA and Caravel. Throw Appo in the mix. They've gotten a little hot lately.
Yeah, Appo, another little up and down.
They lost to Middletown last week. Red Lion Christian is a solid ball club, so is Padua.
Yeah, Red Lion Christian gave Central about a 4-3. 2 days ago or a day ago?
Yeah.
I don't know, last week.
And Hill gets another swinging strikeout on a changeup. So the first two batters have been retired here in the bottom of the third. That brings up right fielder Brantley, who struck out back in the first inning.
And Glenn had two big outs there because there's two pretty good runners for Smyrna that are now sitting in the dugout.
Exactly. We said that was a key to this inning for Smyrna. That one in the dirt for a ball. The pitcher, Peyton Dixon, on deck. And after issuing a leadoff walk in the first inning to Duca, Hill struck out batters 2, 3, and 4 and got them all on changeups. Swings through way late on the fastball. 1-1 count to Brantley. Both of these teams and the rest of the 38 teams that have accepted invitations this year. There's a shot right down the third baseline, and the throw's the high. Taking second base is Brantley. The throw. And she's in there with a head-first slide. I think that goes down as an E5 on the throwing error.
Yeah, it was a close play at first, but she gets the second base on the throwing error.
That brings up the pitcher, Peyton Dixon, with a 2-out runner in scoring position. And Brantley, she went over to head coach Shirey, who's coaching third base, get some instructions from her. Dixon was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Changeup, she hits it, puts it in the air, into left center, and it falls. The run will score to tie the game, and a single for Peyton Dixon. I think that was just a miscommunication between left and center.
They both got there right about the same time, and then they both pulled up. And the ball just falls harmlessly to the turf, and it's 1-1.
Tie ball game here. And I imagine they'll run for Dixon.
And did that with 2 outs.
Right. And we'll have to, I can always check my phone here for Game Changer and see what that was scored, whether that was an error or hit.
Definitely second base was an error. It was going to be bang at first. So.
Right.
And it was a shot. I mean, she had to backhand it and get her balance and get back up.
And they do run for pitcher Peyton Dixon at first base. I can't see the number. Meanwhile, at plate, the catcher, Sid Inger. So that time Dixon lofted the changeup into the outfield.
She was very patient, waited on the changeup, and a nice job going opposite field. And like you said, just the two outfielders got there right at the same time, and they both held up, and it was by the time it hit the ground.
And there's another change, and that's blooped out into center, and the running catch is made by Corey Smith to retire the side. 3 innings in the books, and we are all tied up at 1-1 on this Henlopen Conference title game from Smyrna. We'll be back after this.
Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Kristen Craft in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. Come check us out. Located just south of the movies at Midway on Coastal Highway, Kristen Craft specializes in wood-fired pizza, homemade pasta, fresh salads, and unique appetizers. Kristen Craft also has an extensive beer list featuring local and award-winning craft beers. The culinary team prides itself on using fresh ingredients and serving beautiful dishes. Kristen Craft open 7 days a week, lunch and dinner on Coastal Highway in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. See you soon.
Congratulations, Dover Federal, on 60 years in business in Delaware.
You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School, 1-1 after 3 innings here in the Henlopen Conference Softball Championship game. Folks, Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware. And, hey, while we're talking about food, Lasher's Barbecue, Long Neck Road, Lasher's Barbecue, they're getting piggy with it. Best pit beef around, folks, I'll tell you. Trust me.
And Benny's going to make me hungry. He's going to talk about food the entire game. Let's correct a scoring mistake. So we thought maybe that was an error for Brantley. Brantley gets credited with a single last inning. So Smyrna with 2 hits in the inning and tie the game up with a run. First pitch fouled off by Kylie Hill. 0-1 count on her as we are in the top of the 4th. Change up.
She doesn't throw many, but
no. She's got to throw one to Kylie Hill, right? That missed for a ball. 1-1 count. Last time up, Hill was a strikeout victim. Fouls that one straight back.
She got her money worth on that swing, too.
She did. One cheated there. Ball and 2 strikes. Both pitchers with 5 strikeouts through 3 innings.
But done differently.
Yes.
One with power pitching and moving the ball around. The other one with the great change-ups and keeping batters on their front foot and off balance.
That pitch missed outside. 2-2 count on Hill. Brittingham on deck and Gibbons in the hole. Laurel batting top of the 4th. Glenn Fraser alongside Benny Mitchell, and on camera today we have Buddy Cahall. That one fouled straight back. Count holds at 2-2. A run on 4 hits for the Laurel Bulldogs. A run on 2 hits for Smyrna. Tried to get one on the outside corner. Didn't get the call. The count is full. Laurel trying to get that lead runner on here. In the top of the 4th in a tie game. Ground ball right through the box and a base hit for Kylie Hill. Hit number 5 for the Bulldogs and a leadoff single here in the 4th, and I'm sure they'll run for her. They usually run for the pitchers.
Yeah, Glenn, we talked about the Laurel Bulldogs, and next week be sending out my schedule to the athletic directors and
for football.
For football, and I got Laurel. They're going to be, Single A this year. Looks like we're going to have them a couple times, maybe 3. We'll see as late in the season comes on. But, yeah, looking at last year and coming up, Laurel could probably be I would think, the favorite in Single A this year.
It's going to be interesting to see how things shake out, isn't it? Bailey Lynch is the pinch runner at first base. And now batting is Kagan Brittingham, the third baseman. Popped up to second last time out. She swings through that pitch, I think just to interfere with the catcher enough on the steal attempt, and the steal attempt is good. Third stolen base of the game for Laurel.
Laurel's done a good job. When they get runners on, they get them over, right away. They've had, 3 innings they've had runners in scoring position with no outs.
And again, a good job by Brittingham to swing at a pitch out of the zone just to try to interfere with the catcher a little. Offers it a bunt, pops it up, just got it over the first baseman's head. She's safe at first, and the pinch runner Lynch moves up to third. Runners on the corners, nobody out here in the top of the 4th.
Coach's dream on the corners, no outs.
And now let's see what that officially was called. Still waiting to see. There's another bunt attempt as tried a suicide, and that's fouled off first base side by Gibbons. Still trying to get the internet to catch up here so I can see what that was scored.
That cloud needs to come back.
No, they're going to give – no, that's still not up.
I gave it an error, so we'll see if they overrule me.
I would have thought so, too. It's what I would have called. Yes, it's finally been scored an error. There's a bunt attempt, and that one is fair, and the runner scores. And the batter's going to alertly take second, so it's second and third. No outs. Wow. So Laurel gets the lead right back. Gibbons alertly moving up to second base.
Right.
Gets an RBI there.
And Cutchin was hoping that the ball would roll foul, and
Yeah.
it didn't. And then 60 feet, you can't hesitate that second there.
No. Probably would have been wise to just eat that one and
Right.
keep the runners in the corners. But nevertheless, so Smyrna is going to have a meeting at the mound here. And here comes Coach Shirey. So nobody out, second and third. Laurel now up 2-1 here in the top of the fourth.
They're going to stay with Dixon.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think they'd make a change yet. Still a tight game, but they got to talk about what they want to do here in case there's another bunt. And that is scored as a single for Gibbons and an RBI. Brings up the catcher, Rogers. Struck out her first time up. Looks like they're going to run now for Brittingham. And they do with a number 7 that we don't have on the roster. Oh, yeah, we do. Alexis Cooper. So Cooper's over at third base. Bunt attempt. Pulled back. Called ball. Well, Laurel got to see what kind of rotation Smyrna had on. Dixon's pitch. There's the bunt. It looked like it hit her bat twice.
I think it did.
And the umpires are trying to say dead ball.
It hit the bottom of her bat.
Yeah.
Where was she at the time?
Evens the count of a ball and a strike.
Although if the ball was in play.
Of course, in golf, that's a stroke penalty.
Yeah. From here, we can't see the plate from here, so it's hard to tell where that ball was.
Where she pushes that one down the first base side, but that one goes foul. So now a 1-2 count on Rogers. I would think the bunt will be taken off now.
Right.
But again, nobody out here for Laurel on the top of the fourth. One run across already to take a 2-1 advantage. Coach Green had a little conversation with Rogers. Here's Dixon's pitch. Swung on, lifted in the air. And the right fielder hit
the fence.
She hit the fence right when she tried to make the catch. That's Taylor Lipkins, the senior. And probably a good idea that it wasn't caught. That was going to be a sac fly.
Yeah, that's a sac fly she catches. I get it with no outs. You don't want to get the out, but you're a 2-1 game. You don't want to just let that be a foul ball.
She hit that fence pretty hard. Looks like she's okay. And the 1-2. Now they're checking on it. I guess somebody threw the ball back in.
Throw it back in, yeah. I think it's Wrigley Field or something.
Yeah, really. Give that ball to home plate umpire. Jim Mule, Artie Ulick, and Leroy Black, the base umpires today for this championship game. Pitch a little high in the zone, taken for a ball. 2-2 on Rogers.
I'm not so sure she really missed on that. I think she wanted to change the eye level a little bit. They're kind of getting to her here with this inning with the bunts and the.
That one's high for ball 3. Now, normally, depending on where you are in the order, it's not a bad idea with a base open to go ahead and offer a walk because you got the number 9 hitter coming up. But there's no outs.
Right.
And she missed ball 4, so the sacks are full. That brings up Venables, but the very dangerous Corey Smith on deck.
Well, that may be just where you want Smith with runners in front of her.
Exactly.
Maybe you can get one of them in a fielder choice situation because, man, she can fly down that first baseline.
She hits a slap like she did last time to short. She's going to force the defense into a decision. Nobody out still. Bases full.
Well, after watching her run, Glenn, I'm picking any of the other 3.
Venables fouls back the first pitch for a strike. Laurel bidding to break this one open here in the fourth. Dixon's pitch, that looked pretty good, and is a called strike. So 0-2 count to Venables. No outs. Corey Smith on deck. Pitch to Venables, just low for a ball. 1-2 count. Venables just a sophomore. And that is hit and skied out to right field. It's going to be a sac fly if they can get the run home. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Another run. And it's now 3-1. The runners advance to second and third. Sac fly and an RBI for Venables.
So now we got Smith coming up with first base open.
Right.
So it takes away the force of the runners in front of her.
Yeah,
Which makes her equally as dangerous.
Yeah, it does. That was a key
at
bat.
Makes her more dangerous.
Key at bat for Venables.
Well, and the maybe a little lapse in judgment there for the Smyrna allowing the runner just to go freely to second base, and now you don't have the force out at second in front of Smith.
Yep. Defensive indifference or catcher's indifference, taking the bag, not a stolen base. That miss for a ball, they're going to appeal, and she did not go. So a 1-1 count on Corey Smith. Just one out in the inning. Runners at third and second for the top of the order here for Laurel. They have a 3-1 lead. Dixon's offering. It's popped up. Third baseman comes in and makes the grab, and alertly the runners hold their bag. So that's the second out of the inning. And the first time they've been able to retire Smith.
So 2 outs, runners in second and third.
For Bailey Allman, who is singled and grounded out to the pitcher. And now head coach Jody Green discussing things with the home plate umpire.
Well, she's got her lineup card out. So.
Making some kind of change here. Looks like we have a. Are they
running at second?
I didn't see a change.
I didn't either.
And that should still be Bailey Allman up there. Her and her twin sister, just 8th graders, batting in the 2 and the 3 spots here for Laurel. Takes the first pitch for a ball.
And they're going to be in that lineup for a long time.
Yeah.
Another 4 years after this.
And Kylie Hill is just a freshman. Ball's taken high and outside, ball 2. Again, if they want to be careful with Bailey, they can pitch to Ashland with the base open. Get that force anywhere. There's a foul ball. And that's out of play. 2-1 count. With 2 outs here, 2 runners in scoring position. And I tell you what, if Dixon can retire this batter, it's probably a pretty good job to get out of the jam she's been in this inning.
The past 2 innings, she's struggled a little bit.
Ground ball, infield, shortstop, throw to first,
nice play.
In time. And Smyrna does limit the damage to just 2 runs here in the top of the 4th. So it's now 3-1 in favor of Laurel. Benny, big inning for them, and, well, Smyrna needs to answer.
Yeah, we talked about, Smyrna early in the year, struggling to score runs, and here we go again. And, of course, a big part of that is Hill in the circle. And but they got to her a little bit last inning, and, she used that changeup a little less. In that inning, because a couple of those balls that they hit came off her changeup. So we'll see if that changes her pitching style from here on out with a 3-run lead. If she goes maybe a little bit more with some power pitching.
2 more hits for the Bulldogs in that inning. They now have 6 hits in the game. Both teams have committed an error. And the Eagles got 2 hits, both in the last inning, to score their run.
Yeah, Laurel bats are hot, 6 hits.
And they've left 5 runners on through 4 innings. So Smyrna will have the meat of the order, Shirey, Johnson, and Price up in the bottom half of the 4th of this Henlopen Conference Championship game.
Folks, our photographer Ben Fulton here today, so check out Instagram the next couple of days. There'll be some pictures up from the today's game. Or you can also check the DelawareLive.com website and check out the sports section. You're on watching Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302 Sports with Benny Mitchell and Glenn Frazier.
And Benny, we're going to have a live special Monday night.
Yes, we are.
From Middletown, Buffalo Wild Wings in Middletown, and we're going to discuss all the seedings and pairings and all the spring sports.
Yeah, see, Glenn, you came in after. You came in COVID year where we didn't get to do any of our shows. Right. And so you'll be your first one.
Right. Got to do one on football. A couple of previews.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Bottom of the 4th. Smyrna trailing Laurel by a 3-1 count. Kylie Hill has given up just 2 hits. Has 5 strikeouts. And now here is Shirey to face her, who grounded out second to first time up. Takes a strike.
That ball had a little bit of drop, came up high. Look at that little drop to it, Glenn.
Yeah, a pitch that we haven't seen too much out of Kylie Hill. That one's up high in the zone, swings through it. 0-2 count on Shirey. Shirey started out pretty hot this season, and then she kind of tailed off a little bit. She has a 250 average coming in. That one grounded
Fair
just
ball
over the first baseman's head, and that's a single, the 3rd hit of the game for Smyrna. And a leadoff hit here as they try to put some more runs back on the board.
Well, I don't think they've had a leadoff runner on since the 1st inning.
You are correct. And that brings up Kristen Johnson, the designated player. Walked her only at bat.
Let's see if Coach Shirey starts taking some chances on the bases here.
Pitch fastball. Missed high for a ball. Price is on deck. Hill sticking with the fastball most. And there's the change. And that misses high.
I had a feel on that. She looked like she poked at it a couple times. But the second base ump is going to agree she did not. It looked like she took a little second poke at it, but I guess she got it back in time.
So a 2-0 count. Runner at first is Shirey. Johnson offered bunt, pulled it back, and that pitch misses. So a 3-0 count on Johnson as Smyrna tries to get their first 2 batters on here in the 4th. Sheridan Price, the left fielder, on deck.
Let's see if they take the bunt away here on 3-0.
Called strike. Good pitch. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. The most effective pitch against a left-handed slap hitter. Make them reach out there. There's the bunt. Caught in the air. And she's out at first, a double play. What a turnaround.
Wow. The runner just didn't see it coming off the bat. She got about a third of the way down, and
that was a tough one.
Brittingham slung it across there. Yeah, she had to stop dead in her tracks to get back, but Brittingham shot that ball across there and double play.
That bunt in the air was so low to the ground, you had to make a decision as a base runner. Swing and a miss by Price, the left fielder. Popped up to shortstop her last time up. That was a big play. We're going to circle that one.
Right, yeah. That's the kind of play that takes a little sting out of you offensively. And
yeah. On the foul ball, 0-2 count on Price.
Right.
Yeah, you had a 3-1 count on the batter. A runner at first. Opportunity to have your first 2 runners on to start the inning, and now they're both wiped out on the double play. So Laurel with a big defensive play there. Pitch high over the catcher's head. Ball and 2 strikes on Price. McCutcheon on deck. Smyrna scored their 1 run last inning after the first 2 batters were retired.
And for some of our upstate fans watching, North and South in the Henlopen Conference, unlike the Bayside, it's not decided by geography. It's the larger schools in the north and the smaller schools in the south.
Ground ball right to the third baseman. Up with it.
It's
a high throw. It's going to be a throwing error.
Uh-oh.
There's going to be a play at second. There's the throw, and getting under and beating the tag with a sliding Price.
Yeah, that was a proper choice of slide there. The head first slide took away the, where you can just take the ball, glove to the bag. She's able to get both hands around, and she's safe because it was a bang-bang play there at second. Because that ball bounced back off that fence gate.
Yeah.
And it was right back in the dirt.
Yep, Ashland Allman retrieved it rather quickly. Her throw to second just a little bit high.
I think your mindset right now, if you're Smyrna, don't try to get them both back right now. Let's try to get this one back. Small bites of the apple. Don't try to eat the whole thing at once. Just get a run in. You still got some time left in this game.
McCutcheon, the first baseman, is up. Struck out back in the second. Change up, and she lifts it into the outfield. It's going to fall in. There's going to be a play at the plate, and the throw is wide. Now a throw at second. That's high, and she slides in, and she's out. And that will end the inning. But the Eagles get 1 run back. It's a tight game again as we are through 4 innings. Laurel 3, Smyrna 2. Back after this.
Dover Federal on 60 years in business in Delaware.
You've been by our side since our doors opened.
Thank you so much for giving me a call on so many years ago when I had no credit.
You helped our business grow into what it is today.
As a military family, thank you for supporting the financial needs of servicemen and their loved ones.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Happy anniversary, Dover Federal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Local people, local decisions, Dover Federal Credit Union.
Congratulations.
It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here. Ready to listen and ready to help you find opportunity. Something we've been doing since 1922 in good markets and bad.
So, let's talk.
Edward Jones, it's time for investing to feel individual.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School. After 4 innings, 3-2, Laurel leads here in the Henlopen Conference Championship game. Sodell Concepts, 12 chef-driven restaurants on the culinary coast in southern Delaware, and Arena's Deli, 7 locations throughout the state, downtown Rehoboth Beach. Arena's Cafe on the Highway 1, Rehoboth, in Lewis at the Village of 5 Points. At the airport in Georgetown, Long Neck, Milford, and their location on Main Street in Newark. And here we go, top of the 5th.
One run.
Top of the 5th.
Yeah, 1 run ball game. First baseman Ashland Allman to lead off. She's hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. And there's a called strike on the first pitch to her from Peyton Dixon. Whaley is on deck. Kylie Hill, the pitcher, in the hole.
After that little turnaround there and that full inning, I think both pitchers can still be relaxed. Hill is going to come out with the 1-run lead, and Dixon, they get that. Instead of 3-1, 3-2 is a lot different. So she can relax here and do her thing in the 5th.
Yeah, I think it was key for Smyrna after that deflating double play to
get
a run
in.
back.
Yeah.
Pitch is low for a ball. 2-1. I tell you what, when the sun's behind the clouds, it is very pleasant here.
Yes, it is.
A little warm when it's full sun here today, and
great spot here in Smyrna. Glad that tree was planted some years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give Bill Schultz credit for it. One of the top-notch athletic directors here in the Henlopen Conference. There's several of them. He was out here with us. Like I said, he was pruning the tree behind us. So wasn't hanging over us.
You call him Schultze Appleseed?
That's it.
3-1 pitch, ground ball way out in front of that pitch, fouled off. Full count on Ashland Allman. Mackenzie Whalen's on deck, the left fielder. She has one of Laurel's 6 hits in the ball game. Whaley does. Takes that pitch high, lays off of it, and it's a walk. And that's only the second walk issued by Peyton Dixon. But again, a lead runner on for Laurel. And here's Whaley, 1 for 2 in the game. Dixon's first offering. Swung on and flied out here to left. Caught by Sheridan Price.
Tracy tracked that ball nicely right in the gap.
For out number 1.
Number 9, Brantley, she was a good job backing it up.
Yep. Sheridan Price with the put out, 1 out, and that brings up Kylie Hill, the pitcher, who was singled and struck out and scored. Well, she didn't score the run. The pinch runner did for her.
I know that last at bat, she smoked one up the middle.
She did. Hard ground ball right through the box. Swings through that first pitch.
She does not get cheated on a swing.
No. She was looking to drive that pitch somewhere.
She was.
0-1 count on Hill. Might be a good spot for a change here.
Yeah.
Nope, just gets it low and a little bit outside for a ball. 1-1 count on Hill. Brittingham on deck. Ground ball, third base side and foul, just out in front of it. She's been out in front of both pitches.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it might not be a bad spot for something off speed. As far out as she is in front of the fastball. 1-2 count on Kylie Hill. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Ashland Allman at first base.
There you call it,
There's a change right at the third baseman. Bobbles it for a second, but will still get Hill out at first. The runner advances up to second base with 2 outs. That brings up
Megan
Kagan
Shirley.
Brittingham.
Bobbled initially. She stayed with it, though. She didn't
Yeah.
panic. Gets it across the field. Gets the out. Runner on second. No real damage done.
Brittingham, the third baseman, has scored a run in the game. And she's up with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Get some advice from her head coach, Green. And as I look across to the Smyrna Clayton Little League complex, I see the lights on back there.
Yeah. Well, they're down in the woods. So they got that wood line behind them.
Nice complex down in there.
Yeah, my son, when he played at Can Wyoming, he played some games over there. Some all-star games over there.
Coached over there for many years. Minors and seniors. Little as a shame I've seen over the past decade the decline of participation in Little League baseball.
Yeah, Kent County not so much. Sussex County really. They have a hard time. They're doing a lot of interleaguing in the junior league and the senior league, and now even some of the little leagues are starting to interleague as just low numbers.
Nikayla Smith is inserted as a pinch runner at second for Allman. And here's Kagan Brittingham. First pitch, a ball. Got a timeout while the third baseman attends to some shoe maintenance. It's Megan Shirey, just a sophomore. Pitch just misses outside.
So she's like third generation here through the Smyrna softball program.
Yeah. Swings on a 2-0 pitch, fouls it right side and out of play. 2-1 count on Brittingham. And I take that back. I thought that was Smith, number 2. It's all I could see. Instead, it's number 22, Alyssa Brittingham. So that's who the runner is at second base. Ground ball right to the pitcher, Dixon. Takes her time, wheels, throws to first. That retires Laurel in the top of the 5th. No runs. They leave one runner on. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Benny with Smyrna trailing just 3-2 against the Laurel Bulldogs in this Henlopen Conference Championship game.
Yeah, we expected a much different game than what we saw the first time through, the 9-5 game. And, yeah, we do have it 3-2, and I think we're going to see it tight the rest of the way through. Both batting orders starting to get to the pitchers a little bit, and we'll see if see how they make it, what adjustments the pitchers are starting to make.
Well, Smyrna again has a good opportunity here in the bottom of the 5th where they have speed at the top of the order here. Lipkins, the right fielder, the number 9 hitter, very fast. And so is Duca, the leadoff batter. Those two lead the team in stolen bases. But last time they were in this situation back in the 3rd, Kylie Hill got them both, retired them both on a strikeout and a pop-up.
Big, I don't think we're covering it, but there's a big lacrosse game up in Wilmington tonight when the nationally ranked IMG coming to take on Slazey Anthem. They were supposed to play Cape yesterday,
right?
But played a game, I think it was in Indiana. I guess they were going to fly from Chicago, and they didn't quite get out of Chicago, so last night's game with Cape Henlopen canceled. So it'll be a one-game trip for IMG.
Yeah. Well, we're in the final days of spring regular season, spring sports in Delaware. Tomorrow's it.
That's right.
And the Smyrna Eagles do have a game here tomorrow against Red Lion Christian Academy. This will end the regular season for the Laurel Bulldogs. And most of the other schools have either completed their seasons or end them today. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 5th, one-run ball game. The right fielder, Lipkins, up first. Tries to get the bunt down. Deadens it nicely. Picked up on one hop. Throw to first. Again, they mishandled one. And she's on.
And wisely looks and stays at first as the right fielder. Niblett was right there to scoop up the ball.
So there's Lipkins, a threat to run with Duca, the leadoff batter, up. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. Offered bunt, pulls it back on a ball wide. A ball to Duca. Brantley on deck.
Let's see if I've been talking about it all game. Stern takes a chance on stolen base here.
I've noticed the last couple of innings that we haven't seen too many changeups out of Hill. That's a called strike on the outside part of the plate.
Well, the inning they scored the first run, they got to her a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They waited and they just slapped out a couple off-speed pitches and landed them harmlessly in the grass.
Oh, boy, there's a change.
Change up, yeah.
And that got Duca way out in front.
And I think she could have left that one up.
Well, you have to be careful, too, when you're one of those slap hitters, because you're taking that step down the line. You want to make sure you don't step out of the box.
That's what Coach
and
Green's
make
coming
contact.
asking.
First base umpire says no, safe. She went out of the box. Well, it will be a ball and 2 strikes on leadoff batter Duca. If I'm Kylie Hill, I'm not so sure. I don't throw her another change.
Mm-hmm.
Get that timing off. All right, here's the pitch. Fastball. Outside part of the plate and a called strike. Well, she had me guessing, so she probably had Duca guessing.
Yep.
First out of the inning brings up Brantley, who singled and scored back in the 3rd. Brantley, another left-hander. 3rd consecutive left-hander to bat this inning for Smyrna. 3 stolen bases in the game for Laurel. No attempts by Smyrna. There's the bunt. That will advance Lipkins, throw to first in time.
She's going.
Yep. Oh, and Lipkins is going to try to take 3rd, and she does. Alert base running.
She was going the whole way.
Yeah, she did not stop a bit. No breaks. So a sac bunt for Brantley becomes the 2nd out of the inning. And that brings up Peyton Dixon. She can help her cause here. get that run home and tie the game up here in the bottom of the fifth.
She drove in with the first run.
She did. An RBI single. She lofted that one out here in left center, and we had miscommunication between the left and center fielders, and no one took charge and let it drop.
Well, it was a changeup too.
Yeah.
So as the left fielder, you're not expecting that ball to come your way.
No. And she got a change there and fouled that one back behind the dugout for a strike. 3-2 game, 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. Runner on third is Lipkins. Swing and a miss through a fastball. Good pitch by Hill. Let's see what Hill comes up with here. His fastball just a little low and outside.
That was a nice 0-2 pitch.
Yeah.
Got a runner on third. Dixon hoping she's anxious to try to drive it in, but shows great discipline at the plate.
Change up. Got it up high in the zone, so a 2-2 count on Dixon. Got a big cloud here at Smyrna that has shielded the sun for quite a while.
Cloud is here. I've been calling for it.
2-2 pitch is up high, ball 3.
Because there's something silver off to my left that it was shining off earlier. I think it's the back of the scoreboard from the baseball field. It was hit bouncing off.
Payoff pitch from Hill to Dixon. Change up, and she rips it into right field. That'll tie the game at 3.
Second RB guy. Glenn Shee kept hands back, waited on it, and drove it right between first and second.
2 RBIs today for Peyton Dixon. And Smyrna gets a 2-out run to tie the game at 3 here in the bottom of the fifth.
And they're going to run for Dixon here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like number 11 came into the game. That would, well, I don't have a number 11.
That was a good piece of hitting there. She went from 0-2 to full count and drove her pitch into right field.
Brings up Iyinger, the catcher, who was flied out to right and struck out 0 for 2 in the game. That pitch up high for ball. Here's Hill's pitch. Change up, out of the zone, too high for a ball. It's gotten a little quiet out here.
Not a big crowd. I thought we'd have a little bigger crowd than this.
Yeah. Change up, rip down the third base side and foul. 2 balls and a strike on Iyinger.
Only a couple Friday nights away from Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
I'll be in some traffic
You
going
mean
home tonight.
Memorial.
Memorial Day, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The bookends.
You like to get those two confused. I do too sometimes.
Well, you trust me, by about mid-June, I'm looking forward to Labor Day, living down at the beach.
Pitch down in the zone, and that just missed for ball 3, so a 3-1 count.
I thought that was a good pitch there, buddy.
Yeah, just missed.
Yeah.
According to home plate umpire Jim Mule.
He's closer than I am, so we'll go with his eyes.
He came out here earlier and talked to us, and
Yes,
we asked him, hey, you want to call the game out here? He said, give me your binoculars.
In the shade, right? Now he's under the spotlight.
There's a called strike. So a full count now to Iyinger. The runner at first will be off on the pitch.
Yeah, I've not seen these two teams play this year, but much respect to this catcher because Smyrna has not attempted a stolen base today.
Olivia Rogers, and she's a junior. There's the pitch, ground ball on the right side behind the runner. Second baseman has it over to first. And we are through 5 innings of this Henlopen Conference Championship game, and it's all tied at 3-3. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, it's Scott and Lauren from Sodell Concepts.
And today we're at Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Catch 54 is committed to serving beautiful, simple coastal cuisine overlooking the bay. House favorites include signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, our famous 54 burger, all accompanied by a Wine Spectator wine list and a great selection of craft ales and cocktails. Catch 54 offers delicious nightly specials, award-winning waterfront dining views, and the best happy hour in town.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week.
See you soon.
Hi, it's Scott and Lauren from Sodell Concepts.
And today we're at Catch 54.
It's a challenging market. You're well aware of that. Edward Jones is too, which is why we're here. Ready to listen and ready to help you find opportunity. Something we've been doing since 1922 in good markets and bad.
So, let's talk.
Edward Jones, it's time for investing to feel individual.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School. Benny Mitchell here with Glenn Frazier. 3-3 after 5 complete. So Smyrna did their job. They got right back in after what was going to be a disaster. It looked like Laurel was going to blow the game open, and we're 3-3 in the 6th.
And Benny, Smyrna has scored single runs in the last 3 innings, and each time they've scored has been with 2 outs. So some clutch hitting, twice by Peyton Dixon, and the pinch runner for her last inning, by the way, that came in was Kendall Wiley. Well, here we go, top of the 6th. Peyton Gibbons, the second baseman, leads off, fouls that one off for a strike. She has singled in 2 at-bats today and has an RBI. Rogers on deck, Venables the shortstop in the hole. Good pitching duel, pretty good defense today. There's a shot to right field, and coming in
nice
and making
catch.
a catch is Taylor Lipkins. Gets the line drive.
The outfield has played pretty well. We saw the same kind of catch by Smith a couple innings ago to end an inning, and just jumping on that line drive and getting to it.
Right. And another good play by Sheridan Price out here in the outfield earlier in the game. Hey, for the most part, seen pretty good defense. Big double play in the game by Laurel that looked like was going to get them out of the inning, and then Smyrna still came back and scored a 2-out run. First pitch, a called strike to the catcher, Rogers.
So she fooled her a little bit. Took a little bit of something off, but kept it up a little bit.
Rogers was walked in 2 at-bats, so she's officially 0 for 1. Took that low pitch just out of the zone for a ball. 1-1 count. Venables on deck with 1 out here in the top of the 6th in a 3-3 ball game for the Henlopen Conference title. Swung on, lifted in the air, right side, and again, coming in, making the catch, Taylor Lipkins. And now Lipkins settles back in right field and says, hey, let Venables hit one out here. I'll take care of the whole inning. Kylie Venables has a sacrifice fly and an RBI, and I think that was to right field.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, and has struck out 0 for 1 officially. Takes the ball low. Dixon's offering. Swing and a miss. 1-1 count on Venables. Top of the order on deck, and Corey Smith.
I think Venables was looking for something else there. She kind of got her hands caught up coming through that swing.
Yeah, fooled just a little bit on that. That one's low. 2-1 count to Venables. Dixon trying to get out of this 6th inning with a 1-2-3 inning. Ground ball, right to short. Big hop, throw to first, and a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 6th. So we go to the bottom of the 6th in a tie game at 3-3. Smyrna will have coming up to bat third baseman Shirey, DP Johnson, and left fielder Price.
Max, she's a solid shortstop there, Glenn. It's just about 3 plays she's had there today. Stays down and, of course, has a cannon to get it across the field.
Second shutdown 1-2-3 inning this afternoon for Peyton Dixon. And believe it or not, Kylie Hill has not had a 1-2-3 inning. They both have pitched well.
Hill has pitched out of jams early in the inning. The runner gets on, and she goes to another level when she gets runners on base. Now, I have noticed the last couple, and she seems to be tightening up a little bit as the game goes on when Smyrna gets a runner in scoring position.
5 strikeouts for Dixon and 6 for Hill. And they both got most of their strikeouts in the early innings.
Mm-hmm.
Dixon has not recorded a strikeout since the 3rd inning. And Hill didn't get any in the 4th. She did pick up one there in the bottom of the 5th.
Like to see Hill settle down here. And I mean, this is a 3-3 game. You know, yeah, it's the championship game, but I'd like to see her settle down here and get to the next inning and let her bats do the job for her.
Both of these teams should have pretty good seeding when the softball tournament committee meets on Sunday.
And on Monday night, right here on Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302 Sports, we'll talk about it. Jason Winchell, myself, Glenn.
Should be a full crew up there.
Yeah, I think we're going to be missing a couple people, but
they will be missed but not forgotten.
That's right. Jason will come in with all the rankings and the numbers and the percentages and of all sports. He's just he's our nucleus there.
A ball and a strike to the third baseman, Shirey. Leading off here in the bottom of the 6th against Kylie Hill.
Of course, Jason has the bunker, so he gets in that bunker for all sports. And
as for other people, is that called the man cave?
Yeah, but for him, it's the bunker.
Ground ball right to short.
To the right side
Picks
of
up
her.
A short hop. Good
Nice
throw
play.
to first. That's Carly Venables.
2 solid shortstops here in this game.
Venables to Allman for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings up Johnson, the designated player, as she has walked. And she's the one that bunted that line drive to third last inning. In the 4th inning, rather. That started that double play.
What I like about the way Venables made that play there, Glenn, she didn't go to the backhand. She good fundamentals, got over to set her feet, played it in front of her, and was able to make a strong throw across the infield.
Bunt attempt. That's a good one. Deadens it. Hill has to field it. She's safe. She beat it out. There's an infield single on the bunt by Johnson.
Stat line all tied up, Glenn. 3-6-1 both ways.
How about that? And I think your trusty cloud is about to give way to the sun.
It's like the sun didn't move, but the cloud did.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be as hot now at this time of day. That brings up the left fielder, Sheridan Price. Had a pretty good game defensively. She reached on an error back in the 4th and scored a run. Takes a strike. McCutcheon on deck. Smyrna trying to grab the lead here. They've never led today. They trailed 1-0. Tied it at 1. Trailed 3-1. Scored a run to make it 3-2, and then last inning tied it to make it 3-3. Bunt, first base side, going to go foul. 0-2 count on Price.
0-2, Hill's dangerous on 0-2. Even if you're bunting, she's dangerous.
Oh, yeah. That changeup is just nasty.
She has been dropping that changeup today, and that's what forced the line bunt down to third base. And, she changed up a little bit. And
here's the offering. Fastball almost hit her back foot. She got out of the way, though, so a ball and 2 strikes on Price. McCutcheon on deck. She singled her last time up. And then was thrown out at second, trying to advance. Got an RBI on the play. Change up. Price just reached out and defended herself, popped it up to third, and Brittingham gets the put out. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that brings up McCutcheon, the first baseman. And she reached out on a changeup last time to get that single.
That's right.
Lofted it out in front of the center fielder. First pitch swung a little late on that one.
Hill looking to pitch herself out of another jam. She's done a good job of it. And gets the runner on, and she gets to work.
Smyrna's been able to move the runners from first over into scoring position today. Oh, nice shot right down the left field line, but foul. Just missed the line.
I thought it hit her glove.
And that is what Coach Shirey, the third base coach, is asking.
It looked to me like because it looked like it changed direction, but it was coming off a left-handed bat, so it could be just like a nice slice in golf.
And Coach Shirey was looking behind her to see if the base umpire was right there to appeal, but he's over covering the bag at second. And a swing and a miss, a big strikeout for Kylie Hill. We're through 6. It's all tied at 3-3 here in the Henlopen Conference title game. We'll return after this.
Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work on all brands specializing in air conditioners, gas, oil, and heat pumps. Family owned and operated with over 17 years of experience. Licensed, insured, and a multiple-year First Aid Favorites winner. Barkley Heating and Air offers 24-hour emergency service with service plans available. Customer satisfaction guaranteed. Call 302-653-5971 for a free estimate today. John and Ginger Barkley are looking forward to serving the community. Find them on the web at barkleyheatingandair.com. Barkley Heating and Air. Barclays can work
life, some things just go together. Like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. So make it a combo. Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Just call State Farm agent Juwan Johnson and find out how you could start saving today. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. In life.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School. We move to the 7th inning, all tied up at 3, and the stat lines are the same. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for each team. And, Glenn, it's what championship games are supposed to be like.
Right. And this is, well, now we've got a national anthem being played over at the Little League field. Typically, if you hear that, you're supposed to honor.
And they are. So shall we.
Yep. We're going to stand up here and be silent.
So hats off to these two teams, Glenn. You're in a 3-3 game in the last inning, start of the last inning of a championship game. The national anthem plays in the park next to you, and everybody stops and honors America.
How about that? Well,
kudos to these two teams.
Corey Smith, the leadoff batter, to start things off here in the top of the 7th. She's been on twice today, 2 for 3 officially. There's a slap. Goes to Dixon, and they're going to say dead ball. It hit her. They'll bring her back, and that's a strike. The only time they've been able to get her out today. Pop up to third base.
And Dixon, the left-handed pitcher, so she's got to turn her body.
Right.
Good luck with this girl.
Right. 0-1 count to Smith.
I might just throw the whole glove over there.
Boy, she was making a cut there to shoot something to the outfield. So now 0-2 count on the dangerous Smith. And this is key here because if she gets on base, she's going to be over at third in no time.
Right, exactly.
Tries to punch it and hits it fair right down the left field line.
She's going for second.
And she's going to make it. The throw is late. So that'll be a single, and she'll advance to second on the bobble. 3 for 4 today for Corey Smith. She just placed that perfectly.
Yes, she did.
And she's in scoring position with nobody out here in the top of the 7th.
And that one strike is the first time I think I've seen her miss all day.
Yeah.
She makes contact when she swings the bat.
That brings up Bailey Allman, the designated player. She is singled in 3 at-bats. Lays down a bunt, but got it up in the air foul. And a smart move here by Coach Jody Green, trying to get Smith over to third with just one out if they are able to get the batter. Dixon checks the wristband. There's a dead and bunt right out in front of the plate. Fielded by the third baseman. Throw to first in time. You got to watch a runner, and they do. Second baseman Duca covering the bag. There's one out, but a runner over at third base.
So, Glenn, I know what you do in baseball right now.
Suicide.
No.
No.
You walked this batter
Oh.
and give yourself a double play opportunity. So, let's see if they do that.
That goes officially out 5-4. And here's Ashland Allman, who has walked and 0 for 2 in the game.
And they're not. They're going to pitch there.
Just misses outside, a little high for a ball. A lot of pressure on the catcher, Sidney Iyer, to keep everything in front. Allman has walked, struck out, and hit into a fielder's choice today. That one's a called strike, belt high. 1-1 count on Allman. Dixon has 5 strikeouts today. She'd like nothing better than to get one right here. Laurel, they just want to put the ball in play somewhere and give Smith the opportunity to use those legs.
Folks, coming up at the conclusion of the game, we will come back with some stats and hopefully have the winning manager out here for an interview.
As you're talking about that, athletic director here at Smyrna, Bill Schultze. Schultze has the
hardware.
Trophies and the hardware, to present. Back out on the field,
does it all, doesn't he?
Yeah, big pitch coming up. Ball and a strike. Offers bunt.
Nah, nobody covers the base.
Shortstop moves over the last second, but that's a called strike.
I'm telling you what, I'm thinking I'm not throwing that ball down there just in case it gets away.
Oh, yeah. Ball and 2 strikes on Ashland Allman.
Smith's presence on the field is just,
yeah.
She's dangerous. She's a dangerous player.
Allman steps out, checks with head coach Jody Green. What do you want to do here, coach? 1 out. Smith at third.
Open stance, trying to take away that inside pitch.
Change up, hits a ground ball to right side. Duca mishandles it, throws to first. They get the out, and the run scores. What you knew as soon as the ball was hit, Smith was scoring.
Right.
So the key was there, just getting the second out, and now you've got to.
That's why I was
battle in the bottom of the seventh.
Intentional walk. That play there, you may have a double play. But now you have the run in, 4-3 Laurel.
2 outs, bases cleared now, and it's Whaley, the left fielder, who has flied out to left, singled, and gone out unassisted to the first baseman. And she takes a pitch high for a ball. So Smyrna now is going to have to at least scratch out one in their half of the seventh, and they will have Lipkins up and then the top of the order.
And that's how they scored the line with Lipkin. That was the inning. They got Lipkin on and got wiped out in the double play.
Right, in the 5th inning. That was low for a ball, so 2-0 count.
But ended up getting the run out anyways.
Fly ball popped up in the infield. Duca calling for it. There's the final out, but the speed of Smith, again, gets a run for the Laurel Bulldogs, and they have a 4-3 lead as we head to the home half of the 7th.
So Smyrna has the order they want up. Hill, stay calm. You got the 1-run lead. And take that conference championship back down to Laurel out in Sussex County. But I think Smyrna's going to have something to say about that before it's all said and done.
So a run on 1 hit, nobody left on. And, of course, the run belongs to Corey Smith. Singled, took second because she just lofted that over the third baseman's head. Took second on the play, sacrificed over to third, and then the ground out second to first to get her home. Smyrna here again. Lipkins, who singled her last time up and scored a run, and then she'll be followed by the top with Duca and Brantley.
So Hill still has not had a 1-2-3 inning yet, correct?
No, she has not. Peyton Dixon has had 2 1-2-3 innings.
I think key for Hill right now, if she can get the first batter, get herself in position with one out, nobody on, and she can settle down a little bit.
Dixon has 5 strikeouts in the game, and she got all those in the first 3 innings. Kylie Hill has 7 strikeouts. The last one coming for the final out last inning when McCutcheon was up.
So the Dogs 3 out away from a Henlopen Conference Championship.
Yep, Smyrna down to their final 3 outs to see if they can't tie it. So Lipkin's up first. It's had a pretty good game defensively out there in right field.
So the defending state champs are on the ropes right now as far as the conference season goes.
Right. And are in jeopardy of losing 2 games to Laurel this season. Lipkins takes a cold strike. Lipkins 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Hear a little chatter there out of that Smyrna dugout. Change up. She's way out in front and swings right through it. 0-2 count. Kylie Hill trying to get her 8th strikeout of the game here. Up high. Good patience by Lipkins. Lay off of that, a ball and 2 strikes. Hill's delivery. Change up again. Misses inside for a ball. So a 2-2 count. A lot different at bat this time for Lipkins.
Absolutely, yeah.
Last time she swung on the first pitch and got the single. Here's the 2-2 offering. Just missed the outside corner. It's a full count. Well, that was a good pitch.
Yes, it was. And that takes a few of the weapons away from Hill now, the full count.
Let's see what she comes up with. Change. Ground ball. Right side. Fielded by the first baseman, and she's out.
So I think just what Hill needed was to get that first out. And 2 outs away from the conference championship now are the Laurel Bulldogs.
And it brings up the leadoff batter, Duca, who has struck out her last 2 at-bats and walked.
I think if I look across the way, I think I see Superintendent Sean Larimore over there on first baseline.
Oh, okay.
Football great from Laurel.
Duca, change up. She lofts it into right field for a single. So she's a 1-out base runner. She represents the tying run. But they have been unable to move her today. Her first hit of the game brings up Brantley, the right fielder, who has singled, sacrificed on a bunt, and struck out back in the first. Now it becomes a chess match. Again, Smyrna has not attempted a stolen base today. High pitch, fastball for a ball.
Yeah, no, they haven't even showed that they're wanting to steal, so a lot of respect here for the catcher, Olivia Rogers.
It must be, and the only pitch you can really go on is that changeup, but, I mean, obviously they haven't been able to guess on it. High fastball again, and it's a 2-0 count to Brantley.
Yeah, we talk about the Superintendent Sean Larimore. He knows a little bit something about championships. Played on 2 of Laurel's state championship football teams. 2-way all-state performer. Up here to see the girls get it done in the conference.
Yeah, good support up here today by Laurel, their fans and family. She pops up the change, and it's back behind the backstop and out of play. 2 balls and a strike on Brantley. Duca over at first, a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 7th. Laurel up 4-3 in the Henlopen Conference title game. After this game today, Laurel will await to see how they are seated when the committee meets on Sunday. Smyrna plays here tomorrow against Red Lion. Ground ball foul right into the Smyrna dugout.
2-2 count. It makes Hill a little more dangerous here. You guess if that is that changeup coming.
Right. She's been pretty good pinpointing that outside part of the plate on the left-handers with a fastball, too. Two count. Hill has the signal from Rogers. Changeup, popped up behind the plate and out of play. So we'll restart here. Hope you're enjoying this. Glenn Fraser alongside Benny Mitchell. We've got Buddy Cahall on our camera. And we've got a still photographer around here somewhere.
Ben Full, never know about third base.
Yep. All right. Hill in the circle. 2-2 pitch to Brantley. Change up. She lofts it up. Shortstop comes in and makes the catch. Fires back to first. And Duca returns safely.
So one last chance here for the Eagles. And it's Dixon coming up to bat. Their big hitter today.
Right. She's been clutch for them. But no runner in scoring position this time. Good play by the shortstop Venables because the third baseman Brittingham was not going to get to that ball. 2 outs. Dixon up. Outside and low for a ball. I'm thinking Hill might really try to be careful here with Dixon.
I'm thinking you got to be careful, although you're moving a fast runner into scoring position. So
right, you really don't want to do that, but that's down low and away for ball 2.
You may want to nibble. You just don't want to put it over the plate.
Right. Because Dixon has singled her last 2 times up, and she has 2 RBIs. So she has accounted for 2 of Smyrna's 3 runs today. 0-2 pitch. That was up in the zone. A called strike.
Change the eye level. She's been going down twice. Now she comes up.
2-1 pitch to Dixon. Dixon struck out back in the first inning on a change. Fouls that fastball off. She had a rip there.
Yes, she did.
2-2 count on Dixon. And I would not be shocked at all if this is the change coming.
And one of her RBIs was off that change.
It was.
She kept her hands back and was waited patiently. And it was great at bat.
2-2, 2 outs. It's a fastball, just missed outside, much to the disdain of the Laurel side.
Well, this changes things now because now you have 2 outs, full count. Runner's going to be off and running.
Yep, Duca will be off and running. So depending on if Dixon can put it in play, she might be able to score. Let's see what happens. I thought she might go change there, and she went fastball. All right, Hill to Dixon, pitcher to pitcher. Gets it up high, swings and misses, throw down to first, and that's the ball game. And the Laurel Bulldogs are the Henlopen Conference softball champs for 2021 with a 4-3 win here in Smyrna.
Let us take a commercial timeout, come back with some stats, and then get head coach Jody Green out here and her thoughts of the game today. Folks, we'll be right back with a wrap-up.
High Five Hospitality was founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise concept to Delaware. They now operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings, 6 locations throughout Delaware, and 2 locations in Maryland. B-Dubs has weekly and game day specials on their delicious food and beverages. Stop in one of their convenient locations today. The Stone Balloon Ale House features a unique blend of crafted food and an array of spirits, all flavored with a dash of nostalgia. Our culinary mantra is comfort food playfully reimagined, and we prepare seasonal favorites that strive to please the palate and resurface a memory. Limestone Barbecue, from our mouth-watering Texas-style brisket, fall-off-the-bone chicken, and St. Louis ribs. Southern-style sides, mac and cheese, baked beans, cornbread, sweet tea, and our homemade pickles. Be prepared as your bread will be your napkin. Yup, we are that kind of barbecue. Expectation. You'll have a tough time choosing between our exclusive dishes to help get you through the day. French toast, French crepes, Belgian waffles, and of course, our famous Eggs Benedict. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
High five. Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Soto Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Soto Concepts is an award-winning restaurant group with 12 locations in beautiful coastal Delaware. Come check us out. At Soto Concepts, we believe in cooking beautiful, simple food, developing the people we work with, and making the world a better place. Come visit us this fall for our great off-season specials, like half-price entree night and crab cake night. With 12 locations on the culinary coast from Lewis, Delaware to Fenwick Island, we have something for everyone. See you soon. Hi, I'm Scott.
Yeah, welcome back to Smyrna High School. And that was a wrap on the games. The Laurel Bulldogs, they're going to take the conference championship back down to Sussex County as the small schools get this one, Glenn. The final line score of the game, Laurel 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. And Smyrna 3 runs, 7 hits, and an error. Glenn, some of the stats for today.
Well, I think you and I are both in agreement. The player of the game is Corey Smith.
Absolutely.
She changes the ball game. She singled 3 times in 4 at-bats. She scored 2 of the team's 4 runs, including the game winner in the top of the 7th when she led off with that single that just got over the third baseman's head. And, of course, then she took second. It was a single and then second on an error. But just a great job by her. She's just a game changer.
Yeah. Glenn, she changes the game when she steps between the lines, offensively and defensively. She had the diving, little diving quail there she picked up to end the inning. She had a couple plays out in center field, and she's just dangerous on the bases. And we're going to talk to Coach Jody Green after the game. I'm going to see if we can get Corey Smith out here, too.
Be nice. 28 stolen bases for her career now. She is a senior, and that's an all-time record at Laurel High School. The previous record was 20 stolen bases, so great job by her today. Let's give a shout-out, too, to Peyton Dixon, who was 2 for 4 in the ballgame with 2 RBIs. And she twice, with 2 outs, came through with hits to get Smyrna runs. Smyrna's all 3 runs were scored with 2 outs, and just a great job by both teams today. Really good defense by both. Great double play by Laurel back in the 4th inning when Smyrna got Shirey on with a single, and then they got a bunt line drive to the third baseman and a double play as they doubled Shirey off first base. That might have been the defensive moment of the game, and just a fantastic job by both teams that obviously will be rewarded with a good seeding in the upcoming state tournament. There's no doubt about that.
Does the conference championship game count towards
your record?
Yeah.
Well, it should count against your record. That's about the only thing that's going to count.
Yeah, so we'll count in the index. So waiting for Laurel to get that team picture taken, the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And we'll have head coach Jody Green.
So I said Smyrna will go into the state tournament. They have one more game tomorrow. They're back here to take on Red Line Christian Academy. And Red Line, a dangerous little ball club. So Smyrna will take a 12-6 mark into that game. Laurel improves to 15-4. They are ranked 4th in our most recent rankings, which will come out again on Monday and be updated as we roll into the state tournament. Fine regular season for the Laurel Bulldogs, and they can add the Henlopen Conference title to this regular season.
And a little interest to this, we just crowned a Henlopen Conference champion, but the number 1 team in the state wasn't here, and they're a Henlopen Conference team.
Yeah.
First game of the season lost, Sussex Central to Smyrna. So, they're going to be a mix in this mix for a state title under Coach John Wells. Coach John Wells, head coach of the football team where he won a title. Yes, sir. So if Sussex Central can come out with a softball and title, you just have to let his phone ring twice when you call him.
And he, of course, I think it was just last week, recorded his 400th win as a softball coach for the Golden Knights. They're definitely going to be a part of the mix. I think they're the most consistent team so far as we come down to this state tournament. Okay, we look like we've got head coach of the Laurel Bulldogs, Jody Green, coming over to chat with us. Benny, you got your mic ready?
She's going to pick it up right there.
Okay. There you go, Jody. Yeah, you can. Well, no. Well, let's talk to Corey first. Corey, you're just a game changer. Obviously, when you get on base, it just changes the whole ball game for the other team. Talk to us about being up to the plate there in the top of the 7th inning and what you needed to do there.
I need to get on base. Because when I get on base, we score.
But how about just placing that ball perfectly over the third baseman's head?
Infields came in, so I hit it over the head.
Well, talk about that pitch where you got the hit and what you were able to do with it.
It was right on the outside corner. I just went that way. I don't really know how to explain it very much.
Well, as a slap hitter, you've got to be so careful when you make contact on an outside pitch that you don't step out of the box. So talk about trying to keep control like that and keep that ball in play, but also keep those feet in.
Well, it's about timing. With me, I just drag my foot back, so it helps a lot. But sometimes it'll be iffy.
All right, Cora, I'm going to toss you a couple softballs here. Number one, how's it feel? They are the 2-time defending state champs. Little Laurel Bulldogs come up here twice this year. You guys are the conference champs. You're taking that trophy back to Sussex County. Tell us about that.
This feels great. It was my senior year. Kind of glad we went out with a bang. Then we have playoffs still, so we're coming for that too.
Right, so you got a new mix. We reset, and now you throw the number one team in the state that's not even in this game, Sussex Central, in the mix. So now we got Laurel, we got Smyrna, we got Sussex Central, Sussex Tech. A lot of good teams in the South, all gunning for that number one spot, and got to move teams like DMA out of the way. What are you looking at? The next is going to be a long tournament with 38 teams.
I'm looking to take it game by game, honestly.
Good.
I'm not gonna say what I'm looking for in the long run, but we're gonna say game by game.
All right, so if you can hand the mic to your coach, Jody Green, and Jody, congratulations. And I'm gonna ask you the same question. I know you guys have won 2 state titles back 8-9 years ago, and then today you knock off the 2-time defending state champs to win the conference, and that's twice you've done it this year. Talk about this game and what this means, bringing back the Laurel program from the 2013-2014 seasons.
Well, at practice, we've been working with taking our plan to the plate, and the girls are executing it. They're going to the plate. They knew she was a good pitcher, so they knew that they were going to take their strokes. So we're excited they did that, and they also put the ball in play with the bunt. So I'm proud of them. They've worked hard, and they've earned it.
I want to talk about a key moment in the game. It was in the 4th inning. You had just taken a 3-1 lead, and Smyrna got a single to lead off the inning. And then the line drive bunt. Talk about how your defense came up big there for you.
The one on third?
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's what I expect. She's come up with some big plays. She did that at DMA for us. But then today she turned the double, so that was nice. That's what I expected.
The other thing is I thought today your pitcher, Kylie Hill, did a great job of keeping them off balance, mixing up that changeup.
Fabulous. She only had 2 walks this game. The last time we played them, we struggled with that. We still won, but she had a lot more walks, and that's hard to defend. Today she kept it at 2, so we were tickled with that, and she had 8 strikeouts, so that helps a little bit too.
Now, Betty and I were talking, this year it's an open tournament because of what happened with the pandemic and everything, but there's no doubt the way your teams played this year, you were going to be in the tournament regardless. So it's been since 2015. It's nice to get back in the mix, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we're excited.
Well, congratulations, Coach. And I don't know what else you can say about this young lady here, but she is definitely a game changer. And when you get in games deep in the tournament and it's like a 1-run ball game, I know who you want leading off the inning.
She scored 3 of our 4 runs today, so yes, I do. And really, I think she had another run she scored in there too, but it's okay. Yeah, we came out. So.
Congratulations to both of you for the Henlopen title.
Smyrna's a great team, so
yep.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yep, good luck in the tournament.
Thank you.
So congratulations to the Laurel Bulldogs. They're your 2021 conference champions, and they're looking to make some noise in the state tournament. You have DMA upstate, Glenn. You have Sussex Central down there. So there's probably your 1 and 2. They're definitely your 1 and 2 ranked teams. Now you got Laurel. I've been saying all along, until you beat the champs, they're the champs. Well, they just did it in the conference tournament. They might have to do it again. These 2 teams might see each other early.
They could. It's going to be very interesting to see how the seedings and the pairings turn out with the selection committee when they meet on Sunday for sure. But very good ball game here today. Credit to both teams and both coaches. Well-played game, not a whole lot of errors, and look forward to both of them and being in the tournament and hope that they make some noise.
So, folks, that's a wrap here from Smyrna High School, the conference championship. Laurel Bulldogs, all your champs. For Betty Cahall, Ben Fulton, I'm Benny Mitchell with Glenn Frazier signing off. And like I said, this is the last time you're probably going to hear our voices on YouTube for the season. So switch on over to the NFHS Network for championship action. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up the next couple weeks on Delaware Live Sports, powered by 302 Sports. Folks, have a good night.